Okay, so day 50 of the bulk, I believe. Big 5-0. Yeah. Body weight, woke up at 114.7 kilograms today. I think that's just over 250 pounds. I'll have to figure it out exactly, but it's around about that. Feel free to figure it out yourselves. Like, you can just Google 114.7 kilogram to pounds, or you can just multiply 114.7 by, I believe it's 2.21. I think that's the equivalent. So 2.21 pounds to the kilo. So if you just do 2.21, multiply that by my body weight in kilos, it should give you the exact figure or thereabout, to the nearest decimal place. But yeah, things are going well. Just had a little bit of an incident at my parents' place. They've got pet cows, and one apparently escaped the paddock somehow, and so Michaela, my partner, had to entice them to come back down to the gate with their pellets, with their feed, and she needed my help to open the gate because one person has to kind of entice them back into the other paddock while the other one holds the gate open, I suppose. And I just thought, well, why not just leave it to, there's apparently Mr. Dawson that takes care of it locally, and apparently it's his job, but Michaela had already gotten the cows to the gate, so I figured, alright, let's give this a go. And yeah, we got them in, but it was a little bit of an ordeal, and one of the cows kind of tried to buck kick Michaela. Luckily it didn't get her. Well, it kind of nicked her hand, but I thought it didn't even hit her initially, and so I was kind of laughing a little bit, but I didn't realise it actually got her hand, so it would have hurt quite a bit. But nothing bad, just like a little mark. It won't. I don't think it'll bruise. But the weather's cold, so you definitely feel any kind of knock to the skin when it's colder weather, I suppose. But yeah, we've both agreed that if that happens again, we'll leave it to Mr. Dawson to sort out. But yeah, I headed to the gym to train chest. Should be a good session. Feeling pretty fresh. I slept in again through my fucking 3 alarms. God damn it. But yeah, with the extra sleep, the added recovery, the unintentional extra sleep, I should say. Luckily, it's not a check-in day. Monday is the only day of the week that I don't have client-athlete check-ins to do. So yeah, I mean, at least I've slept in on probably the least important work day of the week for myself, which means I shouldn't be up too late working tonight. But yeah, chest on the menu this morning, and then I've got to head back in this evening or this afternoon, hopefully, to train arms. Hopefully I'll miss the rush hour in the evening, because I made the mistake of going to the gym in peak hour the other week, in the PM peak hour, that is, and God, that was an absolute nightmare. It smelled like BO everywhere, and I couldn't get on any equipment. I had to wait for everything. But I had to walk on the treadmill for 45 minutes just to burn time so the gym would die down so I could get on equipment. But that is the nature of training in peak hour, unfortunately, at any gym. Doesn't matter if it's a big gym or a small gym. If you go to the gym in peak hour, expect to be waiting for equipment, or just go a different time. So that was self-inflicted, my fault there. I could have waited until later in the evening to go. Mind you, would have impacted my sleep. I probably wouldn't have gotten as much sleep, but I would have gotten the session done in a more timely manner. But yeah, speaking of BO, funny enough, since I've been recording my sessions in this gym, like local to where my parents live, or my mum and my stepfather, I should say, I thought people were keeping their distance from me because I had a camera, but I'm starting to think it's because of the smell of my hat. I haven't washed this once, and I got a whiff of it today, and God, it smells horrible. So it's probably the reason why people have been keeping their distance, and not the fact that I have a camera basically carrying that around with me. I think it's more the smell, or the stench I should say, of my cap that's following me around everywhere I go in the gym. So hopefully that's not the case, but I'll definitely be washing my cap today, that's for sure. But yeah, chest on the menu. Should be a good training session. 4 exercises, nice and simple. Same session as usual on Monday. We've got the incline cable fly, we've got the incline Smith machine press, we've got the machine converging chest press, and then finishing off with a few sets of pec deck fly. So quick, simple, in and out, 2 fly movements, 2 press movements. Like, it's pretty much all you can really do for chest, to be honest. You can do flies, I mean, you can do a dumbbell pull over, I suppose, and bias it for the chest, which I do think is a heavily underrated exercise. I think it's incredibly invaluable, especially for people who struggle to open up and have not the best mobility, I suppose. It can really help open their chest up over time, just almost like a loaded stretching, I suppose, benefit there. But I've always been quite mobile in the shoulders when it comes to chest training, so it's not something I've had to worry about, but I definitely benefited a lot from it. I've done it on and off over the years. But yeah, aside from the dumbbell fly, getting a little bit off tangent here, there isn't really much you can do for chest aside from your presses and your flies. You can change the level of incline of the bench, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, with that said, guys, first working set, pumped up now. So 3 sets of 12 to 15. A little bit heavier than last week, and just aim for the low end of the rep range. Have a sip of my EAAs before I do the final set. Pineapple flavoured, by the way. If you're going to go EAAs, go pineapple, blue raspberry, or grape. They're the only flavours, in my opinion. Another pro tip. If you're going to have EAAs, get yourself a bullet blender. Put in about a pint of water, like 600 ml, and 2 to 4 ice cubes, depending on how, I suppose, thick you like the consistency, and just blast that with a serving of EAAs in it. And it tastes like a slushy, then it's worth it. Just makes it that little bit more enjoyable. Yeah, one more set of these. Started to fatigue a little bit on that last set. I think I probably could have locked the elbows or extended the elbows a little bit more towards the contraction of each rep. So I'm going to really focus on that. Hopefully I can still get a minimum 12 reps, because obviously the rep range that I'm meant to be working within is 12 to 15, and I only got 13 on set 1 and 2. So if I get 12 on this with better execution, I'll be really happy. Not sure if that was any better, but I'll let the video be the judge of that. That's another benefit of recording yourself. Even if I wasn't doing these videos for YouTube, I'd still record my training, and I used to still record my training before I did these videos. Just for my own personal reference, to see where I'm slipping up, whether I'm slipping up, and what I need to kind of tighten up on in terms of technique and execution. Because how it feels versus how it looks can sometimes be drastically different. They can be quite far apart. But at the same time, how it feels and how it looks can also sometimes be very closely related. And so over time, it helps you refine your, I suppose, proprioceptive awareness of your body and what a good set feels like and what a bad set feels like by paying attention to how you feel when you're doing the set, and then replaying the video back and watching what that set looks like. If the set felt bad and it looks bad, then it's probably bad. If the set looks good, felt bad, well, maybe you just need to tweak your technique a little bit, but for the most part it was good. And when a set feels really good and it looks really good, you know you're right on the money. And then you just have to replicate that process every time you revisit that exercise and do another working set. So it helps you become a better lifter over time, in my opinion. I really do believe that. And I think when it comes to training, the thing that mostly separates an advanced, experienced lifter with a lot of progress that has been made versus a novice or an intermediate isn't so much just the sheer knowledge that they've gained over the years in terms of like getting better with their knowledge about training and nutrition and just having more time under the bar, so to speak, but also their quality of execution. Like, it's quality over quantity. Quantity matters, but only when quality is being maintained or being progressed. So don't just think doing more weight, more reps, more sets is better if your technique is falling apart in the process. So yeah, it's important to just keep a more broad, I suppose, view of everything, and take into account that those little things that might not seem like they matter too much actually do matter. Okay, so you probably would have noticed that the chest session got cut pretty short. It's still included in this video, but yeah, what happened was on that last rep of the incline Smith press, I tore my pec. So I ended the session immediately, drove to the chemist. I bought a TENS machine, which is basically like a muscle stimulating machine. And I'm going to start using that as of tonight on a daily basis until I go to Thailand, and then also while I'm in Thailand. On top of that too, I'm probably going to try get a ultrasound done on the area just to see or assess the severity of the strain as well. It's only a minor strain, it's like a grade 1 probably at most. So yeah, I'll get an ultrasound done just to assess that. And yeah, at the end of the day, injuries happen. It sucks. It's a bit of a bummer that it's happened this early in my off season, but I mean, I've always seen an injury as an opportunity to get better at how you train and just your overall approach. Because if I'm being completely honest with myself, I probably rushed my warm-ups for today's chest session, and so part of that is on me, just not preparing myself as well as I should have for that set. But yeah, shit happens, as my dad always said, and yeah, you just got to take it on the chin and approach the recovery process as proactively as possible. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But I can still train arms, I can still train back, shoulders, legs. So there's no reason for me to bitch out on any other training, unless if it's causing aggravation to the area that I obviously hurt, my chest. If that happens, if that's the case, I'll skip that exercise and I'll just redistribute the volume from that exercise that's giving you grief over the remaining exercises in the session that aren't giving you grief. So for example, I've got incline dumbbell curls tonight, places the shoulder in a lot of extension, so I might have to skip those. If I do, I'm just going to do some more work on biceps in a shortened position, so like a cable curl, for example, where I set the cable pulley nice and high and just basically curl towards my forehead. Yeah, set number 1 of these, rep match sets, preacher curl, let's do it. Okay, so after tearing my pec this morning training chest, I definitely think incline dumbbell curls would be a little bit too much. Just too much loading of the bicep by the shoulders and extension, stretching the chest out near its attachment point. So what I'm going to do is a cable curl where I set the cable nice and high. Allows me to have the shoulder in quite a decent amount of flexion. That way I can really prevent recruiting the pec as much as I would. Well, not recruiting it, but just stretching the pec, I should say. And really just focus on getting a good pump, good contraction of the biceps. I'll put it up line high, see how that feels. Haven't done this exercise for a while, so I might have to adjust it around after the first set, but because I'm already pumped up, I'll just jump to a weight that I think is a suitable working weight for the 10 to 15 rep range, or 12 to 15 rep range, and adjust it if it's a little bit too light or heavy. Last exercise. Two more. Ugh.